Here we are back again at Gamescom for the WCA Pro Qualifier 2015 for Europe, and the technical difficulties have been solved and we are ready to go into the first match.
Yeah, we will go into the first match real soon. I am just about to click the start button here. As we speak, the game is starting and we will have Equalites at the first map in this Undead versus Night Elf matchup. Warchief against Hail of Anger, we talked a lot about it in the previous thing, and it pointed out that there's quite a tendency that we will see Warchief advancing from this match with a 2-0 lead or maybe 2-1, but Hail of Anger got some potential to win this match as well.
That is right. In the upper left corner of Echo Isles, we have Tim Gebel from Germany as an Undead. He is 25 years old. And in the upper right, we have Richard Studdard from the UK, 22 years old, apparently the youngest player in this tournament here as the Night Elf, starting with the obvious Altar of Elders. And for Hail of Anger, we have Crypt and Altar of Darkness, so nothing too crazy for now.
Yeah, nothing out of the box, everything pretty normal, up to standard. We see the really fast, or not really fast, but a fast altar. Usually you might see like some kind of feed build orders, but it's not that common. This is the typical build that you will go for. Tome of Relics being constructed just by now. There will be Rod of Necromancy as well as Dust of Appearance, and he will be able to attack the archers and also by night when they use the Shadow Meld ability. For the Night Elf player, we see the normal typical green spot creep with the help of the Ancient of War. This is also super normal, and most likely we will see the Demon Hunter, and there he is, Demon Hunter for WarchiefRich.
Yeah, I think he could go for the mercenary camp as well and creep it with the Ancient of War, but I think he's a little scared of Hail of Anger's double crypt ghoul rush that he's known for.
Yeah, definitely, and he wants to prevent that, and you can see Hail of Anger is also scouting with his ghoul. He was just able to harvest 50 lumber there for the next ziggurat, so he will be able to build the next ziggurat by now. Yeah, there it is. And still he's scouting. He really wants to see the Ancient of War going down at the mercenary camp, because then he will pull all his ghouls, all the 3 ghouls he will have available when the hero comes out, and with the help of the Rod of Necromancy he will be able to put a lot of pressure early on. But since we see a different start coming out for Warchief, this will just be a normal scout, figuring out what Warchief is up to, and a pretty normal game to expect from Hail of Anger so far.
Yeah, we have some statistics on both players. WarchiefRich with a crazy 72% win rate against Undead. This is just awesome. Hail of Anger versus Night Elf is 43%, so definitely not his best matchup, but the map is definitely in favor of Hail of Anger. We talked about this before. WarchiefRich only a 33% win rate here versus Undead. Hail of Anger 67.
Yeah, some people call WarchiefRich, I'm also one of them, the robot, because he got a really solid game plan. His game plan is pretty standard, and everything that he's doing right now, and even in all the other games that we have seen from him in the past, is up to standard, up to normal meta game that we know and that we always see from him. He's not one of the guys to expect crazy stuff to come out of. He will go for the typical kind of style, and for that we see a lot of Moonwells being constructed before the night. We see more Wisp coming. Hail of Anger going for some Harris in the meanwhile. He's creeping with his ghouls, trying to get level 2 for himself so that he will have the aura as well as the coil available. But right now, no tech for either of these players, and yeah.
No, they're playing it pretty safe, I guess. Okay, now the tech of WarchiefRich has started, and he's trying to get 1 or 2 archers here to get level 2. As you mentioned, the ghouls not yet approaching the Night Elf base, but going back, harvest lumber, and no tech of Hail of Anger again.
Yeah, he's lacking some wood there. Yeah. Right now he's collecting all the wood that he got, and there's the tech, another ghoul coming. 26 supply out of 30 supply for the Undead player.
Here they come.
Quite close to level 2 actually, and the Skeleton is still keeping track of the Ancient of War, because some Night Elf player uses the Ancient of War to the fullest to creep every camp there is. But right now we see WarchiefRich keep this in his base because he wants to be safe when the ghouls are there. And the ghouls are about to come to his main base, and then we will see some action going down here.
Yeah, the Death Knight joins the ghouls now with the aura first, of course, because he can be mana burned, and so the coil is pretty much useless on the early stages of the game. But he's not going for the base. I think the Moonwell, yeah, gets repaired here. The Ancient of Wonder, the shop is coming, and the tech, of course, is progressing here. So yeah, very passive early game from both players.
Yeah, very passive early game. To start off this series like that, this is a big tournament. They both are in an offline environment, playing in LAN. It's like the first match of the tournament, first match of the series, and for that you want to go into this series really confident, and you don't want to go for the risky kind of style that we see from other people sometimes online. You want to be confident throughout the whole series and start it off in a really good fashion. Right now we see a lot of pressure coming on the archers here, but he's able to replenish the missing HP with the Moonwells, as you can hear, and immolation being used by the Demon Hunter.
WarchiefRich uses immolation. That's something we very rarely see from him, because then you don't have the passive skill evasion, of course, that makes you a lot less tanky. First archer going down, DK very close to level 2, and okay, immolation is off, half the mana is gone, and that means, of course, less hit point regeneration for the DK.
Yeah, and I'm not really sure if this was totally worth it, because you really need the evasion, you really want this, especially if you get surrounded by ghouls. It keeps you alive a lot longer, and the evasion in general is a great skill to have. The immolation was not doing too much damage, because he was not going for the Demon Hunter. He was like directly going for the archers and skipping the Demon Hunter almost entirely. So for that reason, I think the immolation was maybe not the right move, but Hate of Anger also realizing that and keeping track of all the archers, splitting his ghouls all over the place, and he was like using all the, or almost all the moon juice from the Moonwells. So for that reason, he just wants to decrease the moon juice, I guess, so that he will not be able to replenish it by day.
That's right. We saw on the main base of Hail of Anger, the graveyard, no second crypt, so no gargoyle play here on Echo Isles, as we expected it. Panda second for Warchief, but what Hail of Anger could be doing is his infamous tier 3 mass ghoul push.
Yeah, this was the push that killed Sonic completely. Sonic is one of the Night Elf players, if you're not familiar with the scene. He used to be a Night Elf player that is pretty strong. He's from the Ukraine. He dropped out in the qualifier for this event, but he was considered to be one of the guys that is definitely going here. So for that reason, he was killing this guy 2-0 in a really convincing fashion, and with this really uncommon, typical or uncommon ghoul style, but typical for this guy. Like, he really likes his ghouls, he likes his micro, he likes the surrounding ability, and yeah, he pulled it off like phenomenally. Right now, WarchiefRich gets the Panda for himself and starts creeping here. Going for the Ogre Maggie will give him a really good head start into the game, almost level 2 after that, and he's taking to tier 3.
Yeah, both players actually going to tier 3. Warchief, of course, building the Engines of Law for Dryads and Bears that will support the DH and the Panda, who is pretty much useless before level 3, I'd say. So the big task of Hail of Anger is now to prevent the Panda from reaching level 3, and he wants to do this with more pressure to the main base.
Yeah, and we can see the ghouls are keeping track of the Ancient of War. He wants to apply more pressure there. He's on a good way to tier 3 already, halfway through. Lich about to come, and the Slaughterhouse being constructed right now. 2 Ancient of Wars for Warchief, constructing Dryads here first of all, and then going into Bears, I guess, later on. Putting some pressure on the Moonwell. He has to repair it with all the Wisp, and also attacking the Wisp takes a lot of juice from the Moonwells, but right now the Dryads appear and he has to get away from that as fast as he can. With the Aura, he should be able to keep all his ghouls alive. I think maybe this one will die here, but he starts to block it off.
Nice block from Hail of Anger, but there's maybe a counter block from the Engine of War. Yep, well done by Warchief. So the first ghoul dies here. Level 2 and a third for the Demon Hunter. Still level 1, but very close to level 2. For the Panda and Brewmaster, the DK just hit level 2 and the Lich just left the altar. So pretty low heroes so far. Tier 3 is almost reached by both players, and then we'll see the Destroyer push probably with one Destroyer, or is he playing it with statues only?
I'm not sure, but I guess the Destroyer will always be helpful, especially against the Drunken Haste combination. It's just hurting you so much and you really want to dispel the Drunken part. And right now we see Warchief is like doing a phenomenal job of creeping here, using his Ancient of War for the second creep spot here, the one in the middle that is really important on Echo Isles, because this is the one that gives a really nice item and a lot of experience, and we can see the Panda already level 2, and he will be on a good way to level 3 after finishing this camp here.
Hail of Anger's problems is the very low DK, and now the Panda can easily creep this one. Did the Ogre die already?
No, he's still in the top. He's still looking for it, aiming for it, and going for it right now. You can see so far the first bears, their Adept upgrade being researched. We see more bears about to come, as well as the Springwell upgrade. And what item do we get there?
Perfect item, Potion of Greater Mana for the Panda and Brewmaster, and level 3, so WarchiefRich is well suited for the first fight. The Breath of Fire Drunken Haze combination on level 3 does so much damage, and of course the potion gives the hero 300 mana, so lots and lots of Breath of Fires coming in.
Forces are under attack.
Yeah, I think he's pretty much prepared for what's about to come here from the Undead player. You expect him to do a lot more like pressure onwards your units and also your base and stuff. Echo Isles is a really small map, you have to acknowledge that. And I think he's expecting a lot of pressure. And with the level 3 Panda, with this big potion, he can just prevent it. Like Breath of Fire into the ghoul, they are about to die, then you have to use a heal scroll. And if you don't have any heal scroll, they will just die with the next blow.
Exactly, and that's usually the big pro of this combo from Halo of Anger, that you keep the second hero low and not letting him reach level 3, but WarchiefRich did a great job creeping that middle spot. Now Halo of Anger is keeping up here, getting the second unique spot on this map with a Naga third, and of course we have then Coil Nova Fork Lightning combination, and now the two armies collide.
Two armies collide. We can see there's directly Coil Nova being used on the bear, but he's rejuvenated, and we can see the Panda using the first Breath of Fire combination, doing so much damage to all the good. They all died, like almost everything died there. Decay dropping low there, and he has to retreat, he has to get out of there.
Definitely uses the Nova to create some space between the army and the Night Elf player, but that one Fiend might die. Is there a coil? No. No mana anymore, the aura is not enough. So Halo of Anger lost a lot here, 39 food versus 50. Great situation for the guy from the UK.
Yeah, it looks really, really great for him. You can see 50 supply out of 50 supply. I think the Whisper is going down to plant an expansion there. He knows that he has a really head start into this game, and he knows how far or how big his advantage is right now. And we can also see Halo of Anger is expecting an expansion being constructed. They are sending down a skeleton to find out what's about to happen. And there you go, the Whisper's about to construct the expansion, and there's the Tree of Life for the Night Elf player. Yeah,
but very well scouted for Halo of Anger as well. I think it was a small mistake to go for the Invo Potion and not buying a heal scroll there in that moment. He knew about the Panda level 3, he knew about the Breath of Fire, and he could have countered that, I guess.
Yeah, definitely, but I think he was not really down for a fight, because you are not in a really good shape if you don't have level 3 DK there. Level 2 Coil gives you like so much more nuking potential, and for that reason I think he was not really down for a fight, and he just wanted to snipe one or two bears there before they really morph into the bear form. But he was not able to do so because he was so aware, like Warchief was so aware of his units, he was so aware of his movement, and he was actually doing some kind of creep jack because the spot was about to be finished. And the two armies seem to collide there, but also the Night Elf player wants to retreat. They are not committing to the fight so far.
Look at this Lich, man, plus 20 damage. He's becoming a DPS monster, and Halo of Anger really wants to fight with his two destroyers now, attacking the bears right away. Nova on the Demon Hunter, but he has a Town Portal and there's a staff on the Panda, so he should be in no trouble. Yep, there's the staff. He's chasing the army now a bit. Of course, he wants to get one or two bears here, but the bigger problem for WarchiefRich is how do I protect my expansion now?
Yeah, this is definitely a big threat, but I think the Undead player cannot really cancel that one. If the Night Elf player decides to go for the fight, he should be in a phenomenal position. You can see Demon Hunter finally level 3. He can burn 100 mana with each mana burn. We see DK still not level 3, so I think he should commit to the fight. And keep in mind, there's no Town Portal in the DK.
That's a really, really dangerous situation for the German here. The Panda's not in place. Here it is, Breath of Fire rocking in, but immediately countered by the Scholar of Healing. Focus on the Demon Hunter again, staffed out, and now the Panda is in trouble. No, he's focusing he's shifting the focus on the bears. Pretty good decision here, I guess.
Wow, I'm wondering how well he's taking this fight, Halo of Anger. His army is pretty damn small. He got 2 destroyers only, but he's taking the fight, approaching this fight in a really convincing fashion, and we can see Demon Hunter finally being back. He was staffed out early on, rejuvenated with the help of his Moonwells, and right now back in the fight, and I think right now the tides will turn and he has to retreat sooner or later.
Yeah, I think so too. There's no heal scroll anymore. Oh no, there's one. So he can stay a little longer. There are Invo Potions, next Breath of Fire. He needs that heal scroll, uses it right now, focusing again on the Demon Hunter. That is definitely the first task of Halo of Anger in this fight. It's level 3 for the DK, but he has to get away. Poor position for him. Warchief trying to get that expansion up again. Level 4 on the Panda already. He's killing a lot.
Yeah, he's killing basically everything. You can see how small the army of the Undead player is. And Halo of Anger is still committing to the fight. He knows that he used the Town Portal early on, and oh no, there is the Town Portal finally. He used his staff early on. He was baiting out the staff. He was going for one bear. Then Warchief was able to staff this bear out, and then his Demon Hunter was still injured. And for that reason, he had to keep good track of that, and he lost track of his Panda for a moment. And this one dropped really, really low there. So we see a 39 supply for the Undead, as we can see as well 54 supply for the Night Elf player. Not the best kind of supply you can have. Usually you want to stay below 50 supply to get all the gold that you get out of the gold mine. And the expansion is being cancelled again. I think Halo of Anger brought himself back into the game, into a position where he can still win the game. Before that, I was kind of like expecting Warchief to take this game already.
Yeah, cancelling the expansion twice was a big move. Now the Naga is level 2, and you know what that means. Fork Lightning, everybody. The Undead nuke is real. Coil Nova Fork Lightning is going to hit the Demon Hunter and the Panda pretty hard. Oh, he's shifting to Abominations to block a little.
Yeah, shifting to Abominations. I'm not sure if this is the right move, but he's the underplayer. He should know what's best. And Abominations soak up a lot of damage. The army consists mostly of Dryads and the heroes. There are 2 bears, of course, but their purpose in fight is definitely to keep the heroes alive. Coil Nova and everything is being used on the Demon Knight, and you can see how much damage this does, but there's no Destroyer to dispel the rejuvenation yet, so for that reason he keeps retreating. But there's no more retreat, he's going for the main base instead right now.
And you know what they say, never fight in an undead base, you'll always lose, and that could be the big opportunity for Halo of Anger to turn this game around. Warchief once again going for the expansion, he wants to buy some time, occupying Halo of Anger here in his own base.
Yeah, but I think this is super smart, because constructing an expansion and keeping your opponent in his main base so that he cannot creep the remaining spots on the map is definitely the right strategy to pull out here. Because you really want to construct this expansion. You want this to finish, and then you want a lot of Wisp to be in there and get another mining gold mine there. And for that reason, you have to keep the underplayer in the main base, because he's going for more creeping. And when the Fork Lightning hits level 2 and also the Lich hits level 3, then we will have level 2 Nova as well. Then your nuke becomes even more dangerous than before.
That is right. Also a very good item to get here. Probably a Pendant of Energy or something like that. And we see... Oh, the Talisman of Evasion. It's okay, I guess,
it's still
but
decent.
Nothing game-changing or something.
Yeah, still decent. It gives you 15% evasion to your hero, which is kind of great if there are a lot of DPS heroes, or especially against a Blade Master, which we won't see on this event. But in general, you can skip a few hits, and bears do a lot of damage, so for that reason, maybe you sell it, maybe you keep it. I would rather sell it, because it gives you some more gold that you can invest into healing scrolls, which is definitely a great thing. And we see a Tomb of Experience for the underplayer.
That is right, that boosts his Lich to level 3. And so we have level 2 Coil, level 2 Nova. All we need is level 2 Fork Lightning, and then we see Night Elf heroes melting. But of course, in the meantime, the expansion of WarchiefRich is up, not running yet, and all the time he's in upkeep. He's at 67 supply, losing 3 gold per tick, and Halo of Anger, no upkeep, getting that 10 gold per tick.
Yeah, no upkeep, but we can see the Night Elf plays in a really good position. He's at 67 out of 80 supply. He's preparing to get 80 supply anytime soon. As soon as this gold mine starts mining again, or starts mining at all, then we will have 80 supply for the Night Elf, and we all know how scary that is. And we also see level 4 for both of the heroes, and the Panda on a good way to level 5. On the other side, we see the Sacrificial Pit being constructed. Ooh. Maybe we will see a Frostworm in the near future.
That's right. Is there a shade already? I don't think so. Yes, here's the Boneyard. We will see Frostworms, the best undead unit with the most damage there is, but of course very expansive. So Halo of Anger prepares himself to go over 50 as well. He knows about the expansion running right now, and he knows that he has to do something sooner than later.
Yeah, both going for a little bit of stare down here, looking what the other player is up to, checking out what kind of unit composition he is at. And focusing 2 different units at once here, coiling the Demon Hunter as well as going for one of the bears. Right now, Breath of Fire combination being used on the undead army here. A lot of damage coming out of the Night Elf here. Also still going for the focus on the Panda. Not able to kill that one, losing a Destroyer in the process as well as a Fiend. And I think he will have to retreat there, but he's keeping in the fight, using one more coil onto his Lich, keeping him alive. Bro, oh, look at the Naga, he's dropping so low, 6 HP, and finally down level 5 for the Panda for the Night Elf player. And GG from Halo of Anger. The first map goes to our Night Elf friend, WarchiefRich.
That is absolutely right. I don't really know why he took that fight there. It was not that necessary. He was preparing for the later game with the Boneyard and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. Not so sure with that decision. Maybe.
I don't know. I think he was kind of looking for this fight still, because he knew, okay, he's at 60, 70 supply. He knew that. He was looking at the army. He knew it will be ridiculous to go into later stages.
Yeah, he wasn't banking that much.
Yeah, right. And there will be even more army for the Night Elf player up to come. And I think the Boneyard was still a safety mechanism. If he makes it out of this fight pretty damn good, then it will look even better for him.
Okay, I think you have to host the game now.
Yeah, I will host the second map. It will be Twisted Meadows. Right now we see WarchiefRich as well as Tim. Halo of Anger right there on the screen.
Very relaxed dude.
Yeah, but what goes through his mind? I think his game plan was a little bit different there, and he was caught off guard. Because the Panda was allowed to creep up to level 3, but WarchiefRich should be really satisfied with this first map of the series.
Definitely, but we mentioned before both players practiced so much against each other in the first stage of the tournament, and usually WarchiefRich won 7 out of 10 games, we were told.
Yeah.
So not a big surprise here, but on Twisted Meadows, this is like the perfect map for gargoyles.
Yeah, this is a perfect map for gargoyles. This is a perfect map for kind of sneaky stuff. You can pull off crazy stuff there. You can get like hidden expos, maybe go for a longer game where you creep a lot and where you get like really high level heroes. We saw Echo Isles as a small map. It's kind of hard to do this, but we will jump into the second map here. It's Twisted Meadows in red. We see Hate, Love, Anger starting at the 12 o'clock spawning position here. And as well, we see WarchiefRich in the blue color, the Night Elf player from the UK, here on the 2 o'clock position.
That's right. We talked about the LAN experience of WarchiefRich. We talked that he attended WCA and he's the only player who has a chance to go there twice from Europe with his pro qualifier, but he has never played a match on stage.
Never played a match on stage. This is definitely a difference. If you play in front of your audience, if you have all the lights, all the spotlights on you, it's really, the light is on you. Everybody's looking up to you. Everybody's looking for your game. And this is a different story. But as it seems right now, he seems rather confident and not that nervous, pulling all the right strings there, and his game was kind of fluently. Like, the expansion was cancelled twice. I think this hurts his game a little bit, but did not really caught him off guard. It was still up to his plan, and he was doing all the right things and ended up winning the first map.
So we see the Demon Hunter once again, of course, the best weapon to burn down the mana of the so mighty undead heroes. So definitely the weapon of choice for the Night Elves in this matchup. You can go for a Warden, but never on this map actually. DK Ghouls first for Hate, Love, Anger, so the obvious stuff that we saw in the early game. But I think, could he contest this Engine of War creeping early?
Yeah, I think there are two things right now that I can see that I would really like in Hate, Love, Anger's position. It's the close spawn. You are really close to your opponent. And you're on the side where the Ancient of War is. So you can put a lot of pressure onto the first Ancient of War. You can really deny his creeping. And what I also like from Warchief coming out there, he's constructing his Ancient of War quite far away from the creep spot, because he knows like when it's close by, he can pull the creeps onto your Ancient of War while it's still constructing. But yeah, as we can see, the Death Knight should be out soon, and there will be a lot of pressure, I guess.
Yep, he will go there with the aura first, probably. Okay, here we go, but WarchiefRich pulled 2 Wisps to repair his Engine of War. Sends the third away. Okay, not expecting a lot of pressure, I guess. Demon Hunter comes to support his Archer and the Engine of War in this one, getting the first icon. But, oh, Hate, Love, Anger already pulling the Ghouls.
Yeah, already pulling the ghouls, bringing all the good that he already got here to the table. We see 4 ghouls for him. One of the ghouls is going to the main base, harassing a few of the Wisps. A fifth ghoul is going from the crypt right to the DK, and right now he's pulling a lot of pressure onto this creep here. He has to kill the Wisp first, otherwise the rod might be dispelled. He's using the rod successfully, they are not being dispelled, and the creeps keep attacking him. This is kind of bad, but he's also trying to finish the remaining creeps to get the remaining experience here.
Yeah, he gets the first one, probably the second one, I will see. That of course means that Hate, Love, Anger has no lumber income right now, and the tech is delayed by a huge margin.
Yeah, on the other side we also see the Wisp are being harassed, a few Wisp detonated, a few Wisp also had to be microed away. For that reason he was not able to harvest as much lumber as he would like to, but his lumber count is still fine. But what we can see is a second crypt coming out of Hate, Love, Anger.
Oh yeah, we talked about the diversity in his tactics versus Night Elf, and this is definitely one of them. The one that Sonic feared so bad, the one that WarchiefRich feared on Echo Isle already. Ghoul Rush.
Ghoul Rush, a lot of ghouls early on, putting a lot of pressure onto the Night Elf here. If he decides to take, and he is taking right now, this gets even more dicey for him, because he's spending all the resources not on units, not on like defensive mechanisms. He's using all the gold to get an advantage in tech, and I'm not sure if you can really come away with that, because this guy's committing early on to a lot of units and he wants to kill you early on, and let's see if he can succeed with that.
Yeah, but good micro so far from Warchief, getting all the archers away. There is dust, so Shadow Meld is completely useless in this one. Frostborn is trying to chop him down, but no success so far. More and more ghouls coming to the main base. First archers dying level 1, and yeah, 2/3 I guess for the DK already. But yeah, there's no Engine of War in the base of Warchief because he used it for a creep, and that would be his static base defense that would support him usually.
Yeah, I'm really wondering why usually Night Elf players try to construct a second Ancient of War just for safety purposes, and it's not like too much of an investment. It costs like 160 gold, 60 wood. But right now he's just trying to produce more archers and keep this push alive here. I'm not really sure if he can keep up with that, because the DK is also almost level 2, finally level 2, reaching there by killing all this Wisp there. And Hate, Love, Anger is all over the place. If you keep track of his ghouls, they're harassing Wisp, they're harassing Archers, they're attacking buildings, they're doing everything possible there.
Yeah, but now the DK Has to be very, very careful. Probably a surround on the Demon Hunter. There's no immolation or something. Nope. Archers kill one ghoul after another. I think this is looking good for Warchief right now, but now the second crypt is ready, and we see a lot more ghouls coming.
Yeah, but still you can see there's a block coming out of the Demon Hunter trying to block the DK there, but the numbers of ghouls are just not enough, because he had to micro away a lot of the ghouls because they got like too low HP early on. And right now WarchiefRich was able to get a really, really nice composition of army. 4 archers and the Demon Hunter are enough against low number of ghouls, but the DK is so low and he goes for the fight again. Get him mana burn and dies. Level 2 DK down.
Okay, that's a very strange decision that Hail of Anger made there, just sacrificing the Death Knight, and now everything plays in favor of WarchiefRich. Is this the decision already? We'll see about that. Lots of archers here in the main base, but more and more ghouls coming. He's trying to get the Demon Hunter, who's almost level 3. No Tavern revive, as it seems. No, he's getting him back from the altar. That costs, of course, a little more time.
Yeah, but you can see the Knight of Player will hit tier 2, and he is finally tier 2, and there will be a Panda. Yeah. And we've seen the Panda early on. He was level 3, of course. This is a different story, but the Panda still is a big threat to ghouls early on because they are low HP units, and this Panda provides you a lot of AoE damage.
Here he is, already working for that perfect Breath of Fire spot. One Moonwell is down, that is good, because of course you can regenerate your units at the Moon Juice, but the other Moonwells are all empty, so no regeneration anymore for the Night Elf.
Yeah, what's really important is to find where the shop is. You can see the Ancient of Wonders is constructed below the main base of the Night Elf player, and with the Ancient of Wonders he will be able to get more potions. Potion of Healing, Potion of Mana for the Panda, Clarity Potions, as well as the Moonstone to get more like mana from your Moonwells. But yeah, he has to keep track of that. I think one ghoul might have scouted it, but on the other side another ghoul is chasing a wisp on the other side of the map. So he's really all over the place. Yeah. But Hail of Anger has to commit. He's not attacking. He's not doing like any kind of stuff that he wants to pull into the later stages of the game. He's going for this rush. He's going for the all kill, or if he will kill or die here.
It's an all-in, as you mentioned it. Yeah, there's no second chance if he loses this further push. He had 5 rods of Necromancy, used the first one right now. There is only 27 food for Warchief. I don't know, that's 3 archers and the 2 heroes, and there's a lot of opportunity to surround heroes here. Maybe right now at the forest. No.
Wow. He needs to surround the Panda so badly. He really needs to get rid of that hero, and there is the surround finally being closed. I think he will not make it out of there. There's no Staff of Preservation. He's not skipping the TP to the Panda. It wouldn't make any sense because there's no rejuvenation for him. And right now there's only 1 Archer, 1 Demon Hunter preventing this push, as well as the Ancient of War.
Hail of Anger has twice the supply that Warchief has, but the ghouls are dropping fairly low. What's the DK doing? Okay, healing up. No, focusing on the Demon Hunter now, scaring him away for now. But I think that was the last Moon Juice. But the Panda will be back in no time. Yeah,
Panda will be back in no time, and level 1 heroes are being revived quite fast. It takes not too much time. But as we can see, there is no Ancient of Laws being constructed, and if he is able to surround this Demon Hunter there, this will be a huge threat. But he's keeping him alive. Warchief's nice control of his single hero there. Panda about to pop out of the altar. Maybe he gets surrounded instantly there. Let's see about that.
No, not enough ghouls nearby because they're all focusing the Demon Hunter, who is dropping low. But, oh, maybe a block now. What's he doing with the DH? Oh, he's getting the DK probably. Using the Town Pole now, repositioning. Nice Breath of Fire once again. Where is he? Ah, okay.
Yeah, he's looking to kill the first hero of the Night Elf player, but there will be more heal potion. As you can see, Warchief keeps his heroes alive with the help of the Ancient of Wonders. He was not able to figure that one out. It was constructed a little bit off his base, and for that reason it was off-grid. Hail of Anger was not aware of it, and it keeps Warchief in the game. Level 3 DK finally, no coil available. 70 mana, he needs 75. But still, I think Hail of Anger could pull this off. Ghouls are still putting pressure on the Night Elf in the main base.
Yeah, there's pressure everywhere. He had no chance to build his tier 2 production building so far. No Ancient of Lores, no Ancient of Wind, nothing.
Yeah, keep in mind, the Ancient of Wonders finally died. No more healing potions for the Night Elf. No more Moon Juice. No Dryads. And you can see Ancient Protectors. He tries to keep himself like in the game. Tries to keep alive. But there's one more potion on the Demon Hunter. Maybe he's able to kill the DK. He has to be aware that the DK is being attacked by the Tree of Life as well. The surround is not being closed. Maybe on the Panda, but the ghouls are so low. Look at this. He's doing so much damage to the ghouls.
Yeah, he'll lose a lot here, but maybe if he gets the Panda on level 2 and it looks good. Ooh, nice block again. Closing the surround, but now it's open. Panda survives, I think, 3 or 4.
Look at all the corpse on the ground.
Yeah.
The Tree of Life does so much damage. It's crazy together with the 2 heroes. And the DK will drop low.
Survive.
14 HP, and with the help of the aura, he will like escape there, but still look at the Night Elf heroes. They are so low, but the Demon Hunter on a good way to level 4 already.
Yeah.
Panda level 2, and he has to get rid of the Ancient Protector in the back of the main burst of the Night Elf. He tries to block that off with the Wisp, and I think he should be able to construct that one.
Yeah, great reaction here by WarchiefRich. The Ancient Protector is up, and that means, of course, piercing damage. Look at the damage they do to ghouls. But the DK is back, but with only 80 HP. What can he do? What can he do? Maybe Coil, but there's no mana. He's trying it with Frostborn here on the Demon Hunter. Is he getting it?
He's killing the Demon Hunter there!
He's getting the first hero of the night, but he has to be careful with his DK. Gets away, maybe the second surround on the Panda and Brewmaster now at the forest. He closes it, and he gets the second hero as well.
Both heroes dead, level 4 for the DK. Finally, a lot of ghouls still alive. And he will kill the Altar of Elder, so there's no more tool to get his heroes back. There's no more money. He cannot revive them at the tavern right now. There's not enough lumber to revive his Demon Hunter at the tavern. And I think Hail of Anger pulled the Houdini here, getting the second map here. And maybe equalizing the series. Let's see.
Yeah, but there is the tavern, of course. There's one Wisp at the tavern. Demon Hunter is back, but I think that... No, there's no gold for the Panda and Brewmaster. Such a important hero here with this Breath of Fire, especially against mass ghouls. Everything is dying in WarchiefRich's base. Second last Moonwell is about to go down.
Yeah, and look at this. He was also keeping track of the Ancient of Wonders, denying it again. No more potions for the Demon Hunter. He's sitting on 400 HP. That is all he got. Beside that, there's an Ancient Protector in the base. Keep that in mind. And we have seen how much damage the Tree of Life can do to ghouls. And they died like 10 ghouls or 8 ghouls there within the surround. But still, if this Demon Hunter gets surrounded one more time, there is level 2 aura. These ghouls move quite fast.
Yes.
There are no boots on the Demon Hunter. And Hail of Anger decides to take, gets a graveyard. He's planning for the later game because he knows his advantage is so big right now. He has to transition into something more reliable.
Yeah, but there's no hidden expansion or something for Warchief. Everything looks good for Hail of Anger. He completely turned this around. All Warchief has is this Ancient Protector and the Demon Hunter trying to dispel something here. Of course, he has to be very careful with his DK. But the AP is going down, so all that's left is the Demon Hunter surround, probably. No, but it is enough.
Yeah, he's fast enough. Look at this. His level 2 aura gives him the... Yeah, and there he dies again. Demon Hunter. GG from WarchiefRich. 1-1. Equalizer in the series. And we will go to an all-deciding third map and determine the winner of this first series and the first series of the whole tournament here.
To be honest, I thought that Hail of Anger lost this game twice already.
Yeah.
But he kept on pushing all the time, and it paid off in the end.
Yeah.
Great performance by the Undead.
Such a sick performance. Like, even believing that he can still turn this around, that he can still succeed. Crazy
That one
game.
desperation push at the end really did well for him. So the next map is going to be Ancient Isles.
Yeah, it will be Ancient Isles. Ancient Isles is quite a small map again, like just as small as Echo Isles that we have seen already. We are about to host the second map here, but I cannot find it right now in the folder.
Okay. Don't know either. I don't have the stats on this map as well, but let's see if I have it. Okay. What do you think goes on in the mind of Warchief right now?
Yeah, WarchiefRich.
Okay, I'm usually the better player, but he cheesed me with that mass ghouls.
It was kind of to be expected, to be honest. We have seen Hail of Anger pulling this out more often than in the past. He was using this against Night Elf, and this is like his trademark. He's really good with the ghouls, and we have seen him succeed there in the past against all the top Night Elf players. And right now, I think Warchief might be thinking like, what just happened there? And might try to figure out how to prevent it, that this will not happen another time. We have seen a close spawn on this big map, Twisted Meadows, and I think this was definitely the all-deciding factor. If this is like cross map, it will definitely be a different story there. Because cross map, bringing all the goods over all the map takes a lot of more time, and for that reason, I think this could change the whole story. So the spawn was maybe a little bit lucky, but in the end, the execution was kind of flawless. Okay, losing his hero was not that flawless, but in the end, keeping his goods alive, attacking all these different buildings at the same time. It was awesome.
Okay, we will see the first decision of today. Both players are ready. We are going into Ancient Isles, everybody. Map number 3 between WarchiefRich and HLA.
Yeah, and there we go. We are about to load the map, and we can see the Knight of player here jump into the map. Ancient Isle, the Knight of player, the blue one. Still WarchiefRich here in the lower position, and in the top position we see the red undead that was just able to pull a miracle on Twisted Meadows by the help of all his ghouls and the micro and also the surrounding skills that he's capable of.
So I don't know if we actually talked about this, but HLA is a father of a child, 8-month-old. He has everything at home and now playing for this big trip in China. I guess he can use the money for some toys or something.
Yeah, he
don't know what Rich is doing with the money.
He got all the package. He got the kid, he got the wife, he got the job, he also got his bachelor and master degrees. So this guy is like suited. He is in real life, like arrived there already, got everything, the whole package. And this is like back to the golden times when he played this game together with all the other guys we have seen. One of the best German players we ever had, I think. And also his success in the past was quite big when he was still active in the scene. Also returning for this big tournaments just gives us a glimpse of what kind of tournament format this is. Everybody's looking for this tournament. Everybody wants to compete. We hear a lot of players want to like come back from the retirement to be part of this. It's so big.
HLA, of course, the silver medal winner of the German Championship number 12, and he was able to achieve the 4th place at EPS 14. And he reached the semi-final in 2 Jera Cups, which is really good for an undead player because cup formats are always hard for undead, I guess. But on the other side, WarchiefRich, Mr. Jera Cup, he won 8 out of the 23 episodes there is. So almost a quarter of them.
Yeah, this is kind of speaking for himself. And the Jera Cup, for all the guys who don't know it, this is a series that we are all looking forward to. This is like on Sundays. We have this one online cup where all the remaining Warcraft players take part, and we battle it out who's the best on this day. And yeah, he's like winning this like on a regular basis. And for that reason, we're keeping track of this, and he's winning against the remaining top players of Europe. And this is one of the matches of the remaining top players. And we can see that these guys are both capable of taking maps. They're both able to take, like, we have seen Echo Isle smaller maps going in favor of Warchief, bigger maps, Twisted Meadows with the crazy micro, crazy early game strategies paying off for HLA. So let's see what he's up to.
Yeah, but to be honest, Twisted Meadows was kind of a small map because of the close spawn, so it made it short between the bases. So, okay, let's see. First clause of attack for the Demon Hunter. That is very, very good for him because you always want to pressure the DK first because there's no chance of healing him in the early stage of the game. So the more damage you do to the Undead's first hero, the better it is.
And we see a super fast deck coming out for the Undead player. In his main base, he's constructing the graveyard. This kind of speaks for himself. There will be early Fiends. This is a strategy, this is like new meta. Like a Chinese guy invented this. It's from WF that for the guys who are familiar with the scene. And he invented this new meta. Fiends being used with the Naga second. A lot of pressure coming out early on. You can see he's trying to put a lot of pressure on the Knight of already with 1 Ghoul and the Rod of Necromancy. Really just trying to deny or delay the tech there to get rid of 1 or 2 Wisp. He was able to like make 1 Wisp detonate, I think. And beside that, he's keeping track of this Moonwell. He was putting this on low HP, and he wants to maybe pull a few more Wisp towards it so he can keep track of them and tech them, as you can see it here. And the Knight of player is looking to finally be level 2. Oh, he is actually level 2 because he's killed one of the skeletons. And we can see a second crypt for HLA again.
Oh, this is crazy. What's he going to do? Once again, that Ghoul Rush with the second hero from the Tavern?
No, I think
this is going Gargs now.
This is the story we saw against Sonic. This is definitely Gargs. The early graveyard could give the potential of Fiends, but I think Gargs are just a good unit on this map because we will have 2 Red Drakes, and Red Drakes are flying units, and Gargoyles kill flying units like there's nothing else in the world. And he's really looking forward to that. And the Red Drake gives you also a nice item and a lot of experience early on. And of course, it's the thing you build as a Night Elf to counter this is usually Dryads. Yeah. But you need the Engine of Lore for that. So if you're an Undead and you tech to tier 2, you have that double crypt already, and you can right away start building that Ghouls.
And the Night Elf, of course, has to keep up.
Wow, his archers are being a little bit caught off guard there. As you can see, the Demon Hunter was about to check out the main base of the Under player, while Hail of Anger keeps track of the archers and goes for the kill here. First archer died, and a few experience go to the DK. Still not on a really good way to level 2, but he is making his way there. Maybe a surround on the Demon Hunter would be a biggie here. Wow, Demon Hunter stops for a moment. We know this guy is capable of surrounds, but he's still fast enough to escape.
Yep, he will retreat to his main base, but there's once again no engine of war to protect the base. The Hunter's Hall is coming, tier 2 tech, of course. The tech of Hail of Anger is already finished here, and then we'll see what he's doing. Second tier, probably, I don't know, Naga?
Wow, he should really split the skeletons there. 4 skeletons in one position. He can dispel them all at once. Is he going for the dispel? There it is, all dispelled. There's one remaining. But the DK is also still dropping low there. We've seen this in the previous games. And whenever this guy drops low, he usually dies, as we have seen it on both maps.
Yeah, I think you can sacrifice him here.
You should not really sacrifice the DK at any time, because you really want to go for the early creep spots as soon as the Gargs come out, and for that reason you need the DK and be on field.
Okay, that is right. No Tavern Hero once again. The Panda and Brewmaster for WarchiefRich. Hail of Anger probably relying on a Lich later.
There, the first Gargs are there. You can see he directly goes into tier 3.
Okay.
Wow, this is a really, really cool tech advantage. I think the Ancient of Lords just being constructed. He needs more Wisp to tech to tier 3 for himself. And right now he's going for the main base of the Undead, checking out what he's up to, seeing the first Garg, seeing the tier 3 tech, and he got a really, really good idea of what the Undead might aim for here.
Yeah, in the meantime the Panda is creeping the null spot in front of his base with the Archer support, of course. He gets Circle of Mobility, very good item, I guess. A little more mana, a little more HP, a little more everything for him.
Yeah, and you can see it's not about the item this creep slot, it's more about the experience.
Experience, of course.
If you finish this one, you are really, really close to level 2 already. And you can see he even uses Breath of Fire to not get caught there, that the Gargoyles are able to steal any kind of experience from him. So he really needs a level 3 Panda. We have seen it on Echo as level 3 Panda is crucial for the Elf, especially against Gargs, I would say. So for that reason, the Gargoyles are going for the main base. Maybe he's able to cancel the Ancient Wrath, but I think he might be a little bit too late. Yeah, and also the 3 archers you can see they do quite some damage to the Gargoyles, and also he's not splitting the skeletons, and Warchief is keeping the dispels, and one Gargoyle even dies to the 3 archers. A little bit of miss-micro here, but he also had to micro his DK, escape there, use a potion to keep him alive.
Yeah, the first small mistakes here from Hail of Anger, but he gets a good amount of Gargs. Maybe he's going for the Mercenary Camp creep next to get his level 3 DK. Oh, surround on the Demon Hunter! He's forcing the town portal here, that costs some time.
Yeah, and this is actually not only the time that you lose. This is Moon Juice, because he has to TP back. There's no tech, no bears, so Moon Juice will not replenish, and there's no other possibility to heal up besides the Ancient of Wonders that we have seen with the healing potions. But the tech disadvantage, you can see the Undead is about to hit tier 3, while the Knight of Players still sitting on tier 2, just started his tech.
Yeah.
And the first Dryades are about to pop out, and he's aiming for the Creep Jack again.
Okay, I don't know if that's the smartest decision. Only 2 Gargs, two Dryads, and a lot of Gargs. They'll do 2 or 3 volleys and they're dead.
Yeah, if he's able to get rid of the first Dryad here, this could be a big thing, because this can kind of snowball. When you don't have the necessary anti-air that you kind of need against the Gargoyles, then this could get out of control pretty soon, because when the Lich is there, together with the Orb of Corruption, this gets so much more damage on the field, and then the next remaining Dryads will die so much faster.
Okay, of course, we talked about the Panda and Brewmaster on level 3 being so important in this matchup, but there is a chance on tier 3 to get the upgrade for the Gargs and then dodge the Breath of Fire. So if your micro is good enough, you can make the Panda pretty much useless. Here it is, Ghoul Frenzy upgrade. I don't know if Stone Form is already done.
No, he's not researching it yet. I think it just started right now. I think the Ghoul Frenzy upgrade is still the more important upgrade right now in this stage, because you want to have this really, really fast ghouls together with the aura. We can also see line on of Stormwind from the first Red Drake, as well as the Robe of the Magi +6. A little bit more mana from the DK. He will not be able to use that one because he gets burned again, but he finds himself the nice level 3 there finally. And this is a good thing. Level 2 coil. Oh, he was not able to get that, but as soon as he gets level 3, the level 2 coil is so much better.
But the Panda is the first hero on this battlefield to get level 3. And of course we have Breath of Fire on level 2 now. Now the Gargs start their famous harassing. They fly to the enemy's base and just try to snipe the wisps to reduce the lumber harvesting of your opponent. Very, very efficient, and there's not much you can do about it. Maybe Ancient Protector, maybe hide them somewhere. And Warchief did a pretty good job already. Here's the Ancient Protector. Here, okay, they're not really hidden, but not on the position where you would expect them, at least.
No, you will not expect them, but HLA starts still looking for them, and I think he will find them. Yeah, they're pretty, like, not really hidden out there. Wow, the Ancient Protector attacking the weak Gargoyle, surviving with 2 HP there.
But what Warchief is creeping his natural expansion, and he gets a level 3 Demon Hunter and a Pendant of Energy. Perfect item once again for the Panda Brewmaster. And with a level 2 mana burn, Hail of Anger's heroes are gonna have a hard time.
Yeah, definitely. And also he's putting a lot of pressure on the Ancient of Law here, and I think it's a little bit offside. The Ancient Protector is not able to protect that one, as well as the Wisp. When they come and try to repair that, they are kind of out of position and they are on the open field. Yeah. But this Gargoyle has to retreat there, and I think he will make it out of there.
Warchief should buy a staff, I guess.
Yeah.
A staff of teleportation to protect his wisps, so he can just Breath of Fire the Gargs.
Yeah, staff of preservation as well, so you can staff your panda in, and then he can step back to your army, because if there's like some kind of creep jack, intended creep jack, where you make your opponent to staff his panda to the base and then attack his main forces, then he's in a really bad position sometimes. So for that reason, I think Staff of Teleportation as well as the Staff of Preservation will be great tools here.
Hail of Anger is building the Sacrificial Pit here for the Shade, maybe the foundation for a Worm tech later.
Wow, and I think he will be able to bait out some nuking with the Illusion. No, he was not. And there's an Ankh of Reincarnation for the DK. Not sure if he will keep it. It could be a great tool, but this is also some of the items that you usually sell, because it gives you like 400 extra gold, which is a great thing. And we see Boneyard being constructed, as well as the second attack upgrade for the Gargoyles.
Okay, that's of course a nice damage boost that Hail of Anger will receive very, very soon. His heroes are level 3 and 2, that's okay, I guess. The Lich needs to be level 3 as soon as possible. He has the Orb now, so important, and he keeps the Ankh.
Yeah, he keeps the Ankh. Maybe it's the right choice, because we have seen him losing his DK. There's no Town Portal on that hero. So for that reason, maybe keeping this keeps him in the game later on, but we see the Panda is trying to creep even more to get himself to level 4 finally, and then there will be level 2 Drunken and level 2 Haze, and this hurts even more. And Drunken also gives you the opportunity to have like more missed hits from the Gargoyles when they are on Drunken. And yeah, it's kind of important to have this level 4, but level 5 will be crucial again, because then the haste does so much more damage.
Okay, Hail of Anger is engaging here, slowing down the Panda, but he gets out alive. The Ghoul so fast, maybe a chance for a surround once again. There is no staff on the Demon Hunter, there is no Town Portal, there's nothing that could save that Panda.
Yeah, but he lets go of it. He knows as soon as a Knight of player turns around and commits to the fight, he will get in a not so good position, even though he got 2 scrolls, and I think 2 scrolls are really crucial against the Panda, because it kind of negates him completely. All the damage output that comes from the Panda gets like negated by the use of healing scrolls. But I think he is looking for a level 3 Lich first, because a level 2 Nova is so important, as well as a level 2 Coil, we spoke of it earlier. And yeah, also maybe transition the Robot the Magi to the Lich, so he gets more damage. But right now there's no Ankh. I think he has to use one of the scrolls, maybe both scrolls, losing his first hero again.
Oh boy, really, really bad situation for Hail of Anger now. I think that was definitely not necessary. DK is being revived on level 3. That takes, I think, 105 seconds, so a lot of time for Warchief now, because without a DK, you can never, ever, ever fight.
No, you can absolutely not fight, and we can see Ancient of Wind being constructed, but just one. I'm not sure if he wants to go into Hippogriffs here, a second Ancient of Wind, so this will be Dryads and Hippogriffs, completely countering the air army of the Undead forces here. But yeah, you said it, the DK will not be there for quite some time, and I'm not sure if he can make that time, because the Knight of looks to be not keeping track of his Gargs here. Really, really good awareness from Warchief, finding them, also killing one of them. And another Slaughterhouse, maybe transition into Abominations with Meat Wagons?
Meat Wagons, yeah, could be a good thing, because then the switch of Warchief would be completely useless.
Yeah, then the Hippogriffs get completely caught off guard, and this is kind of useless, because you cannot really do anything against Abominations. Yeah, and we can see the Disease Cloud upgrade being researched. This is his plan, but he has to make room for that. He also has to get the bank that he needs to provide that, and I'm not sure if he will able to do that. And I think the Knight of, what the Knight of should do right now is
expand.
Maybe expand, yeah.
Definitely my thought as well. Hail of Anger is kind of trapped in his base until the DK is back, until the first Abominations are back. But I think he's not going for wagons, he's only going for air bombs, I don't know.
And you can also see the gamble. We have seen the second Ancient of Wind being constructed in Warchief's base, and as soon as he realizes, okay, 2 slaughterhouses, you want to trick me there. Not with me, bro. I'm not going for this. I'm not falling for your strategies. I will just cancel the second one and transition into bears. Most likely.
Master Bear upgrade is so quick, you can always do it in 30 seconds or
it's
something.
like in no time.
Yeah.
So DK finally back. Maybe some aggression coming out of the Undead here to just give himself some more momentum, some more time to get the unit composition he's really aiming for. But right now, I think Warchief is just in a better spot.
Yeah, but don't underestimate the damage. There's a level 2 Coil, level 1 Nova, and a +2 Frostworm. That counts as half a hero, I would say. So maybe he can get a hero nuke out, but he's well prepared. Oh, Chief is well prepared. Hearthstone, Invu Potion, Heal Scroll. He has everything he needs. 49 food versus 50. This is equal. I don't think that Warchief wants to fight on that base.
No, definitely not. But you can see the bank of WarchiefRich. He got 1,200 gold. And he's about to construct another building. Let's see what it is. Again, he's going for the Ancient of Wind. Maybe he was like, okay, I tricked you, you tricked me, now I trick you twice, now I go for the Hippogriffs again. I see that you might commit to some more air units, I see that you are not going for the Abominations. And we know how smart Hail of Anger is, and I think that Warchief is also aware of that fact, that this guy is kind of gambling with his strategies. He's making up new strategies, trying to throw you off your game, and for that reason he really has to keep track of what Hail of Anger is doing here.
Hail of Anger is called the Professor of Warcraft for a reason. He's banking as well, 1,200 gold on his side. So I think Warchief is going into upkeep. No, he has 1,300, but he has lumber problems.
Yeah, he actually got lumber problems. I don't really see that all too often on this map, because usually what the Night Elf player is going for here is the Shredder. We have the Laboratory. We haven't seen the Shredder yet, but the Shredder is a tool that gives you a lot of wood. He's the unit that can harvest 200 lumber at once, and you just get him for 4 supply. So basically, kill one of your archers. He's still got 1 archer in his army composition, which is kind of useless. Dispel 2 of your wisp, and you will have plenty of wood available for yourself. But also the shade control is kind of cool here. You can see Hail of Anger is keeping track. Is there an expansion? What are you up to? What are you going forward to? And what is your strategy like? And for that, he just knows what is to expect here from WarchiefRich. And I also think that the Undead might be able to get these forces a little bit faster than the Night Elf if he wants to really commit to it. 1.5k gold against 1.5k gold bank here.
Both players are banking. Hail of Anger in a slightly better situation, I would say. The Lich, plus 17 damage, lots of mana to spam Nova, but still no level 3. That's his big weakness.
Yeah, and maybe we have to point out why these guys are playing this map so calm and so really slow maybe. I think it's due to the fact that we play the round of robin here, and whoever makes it out of the round of robin as a top 2 advances to the top grid, like the winner bracket grid, and the bottom 2 will go to the lower bracket grid, and whoever gets 4th place here from the 4 contestants we have will drop out with no spot for the WCA in China and also no money.
Look at this, WarchiefRich at the 3 o'clock position, Tree of Life expansion coming.
Yeah, but what else is about to come is meat wagons here.
Oh boy, this is nice. Oh no, he cancelled them.
He just cancelled them, okay.
Lots of, just more Gargs. And the, he cancelled the
cancelled everything. Worms. He's going back to the bank again.
Yeah, what? 2,000 gold.
Yeah, but it's kind of smart. You can see Warchief constructs the expansion. The moment you construct the expansion, you have to get units. And also the Shade is aware that he's constructing units. So the moment you start constructing on one mine, you fall back economically, because you lose gold from mining. So I think it's super smart here. And also in the gold mine, in the Haunted Gold Mine, you can see 2k left there before it runs out. Also for the Night Elf, same case. Not sure why he's even going for the expansion, because after this 2k you can move your Tree of Eternity there and start mining there again. Yeah. So I'm not really sure why he's going for the expansion. Maybe he wants to keep a little bit more pressure on the Undead. Maybe he's like, okay, I'm expanding, attack me, you have to do something. But I'm not sure if this is the right choice here. But we will see how this plays out and how the game unfolds. Okay,
we see meat wagons, we see gargoyles, and the second Frostworm. So Hail of Anger now at 68 food, but this needs a little time to produce. And at least now he scouts the Tree of Life, and now he knows what's up.
Yeah, look at this, 76 supply for the Night Elf. Expansion about to be constructed. His first hero looks super good. He got the Hearthstone, which is super great tool. 500 HP you get back from that. And the panda with the pendant, amazing.
Yeah, the inventory is absolutely great. An Invo Potion, Heal Potion for him as well. Lots of Drides. 2-1 upgrades already for the Bears as well. And yeah, meat wagons. He has to be so careful with them. Wow. The Demon Hunter can slaughter them in like no time.
Yeah, and look at this. There are even 4 of them. I was actually looking forward for some like 2 or 3 or 4 Abominations to soak up a lot of damage and build a front line. But what we can see is like 4 meat wagons.
Yeah, it's a lot of damage.
Yeah, but I think the position above the expansion of the Night of Player would be the perfect location to attack. Because it's kind of the narrowest spot you can find on this map. And then he might not be able to go through this through the whole undead army to get rid of the meat wagons there.
But WarchiefRich knows it, and he's preparing the Engine of War for the exact same purpose to defend this.
Yeah, getting rid of the trees. This is really, really great. He sees the opportunity of the undead contesting this location there, and he wants to get rid of the trees. So more open space, more space for the panda to go for the meat wagons. But yeah, Hateful Anger will commit to this push, and we are about to witness the final fight maybe of this series.
2 heal scrolls for Hateful Anger, the 3rd one being bought, and a scroll of protection. He spent all his gold. WarchiefRich, I think he has only 1 heal scroll, and that might break his neck. There's a lot of area of effect damage coming from the Lich, coming from the Frost Worms, coming from the catapults, and he has only 1 heal scroll.
Wow, a lot of pressure here onto the panda. We can see the Hippogriffs go into the Fire Protect scroll being used. All the meat wagons using a lot of damage here, but we see first Breath of Fire combination hitting a lot of units. DK dropping fairly low there. Look at this.
There is no healing anymore for the DK. He has to be so careful with them. Stone Form being used, level up for the DK, and the Dryads are just melting against his meat wagons. Finally, he's able to take care of that. Invo Potion on the Panda and Brewmaster. Next, Hippo's coming in, being slaughtered right away. Panda in the focus again. Demon Hunter now being chased. The 2 Frostworms are doing such a good damage. Healstone being used, saving him for now. Drunken Haze on the Gargoyles. They're missing a lot. Panda level 5, but he's going for the DK again. For the DH again, I guess. Nope. But, oh, Deathlight is down, Lich is down. And that's it. WarchiefRich takes this best of 3. Kind of messy situation at the end, hard to observe. But yeah, the guy from the UK takes home the first points, and Hateful Anger with the first loss of this tournament.
Yeah, it was kind of to be expected, to be honest. We have seen Warchief, the guy that you can see in the picture right now on stage. He was able to really like show off his performance there and show his confidence, show off in the first map like how big he is, how great of a player he is. Also, second map was maybe not that convincingly, but third map definitely caught me. It was crazy how well he played.
Winning that fight with only 1 heal scroll, crazy.
Yeah, really. But the heal scroll is not like a great tool against the undead army because they have like a lot of focus on 1 unit. With the Gargoyles, they focus 1 unit, and also the Frostworms focus 1 unit, so heal scrolls are not that important. But Invo Potion is important, Healstone is important, and all this stuff just fell into place and was perfectly executed by him in the end.
We'll have an interview with our winner, and we'll send it to the stage, I guess.
Thank you, gentlemen. Congratulations, WarchiefRich, on that first victory. Now, I want to talk about Game 2. We saw some serious heavy aggression coming from your opponent, HLA. You were able to take out the Death Knight at the beginning, but he kept attacking your base over and over again. What was going through your mind in order to try to stop that aggression and overall falling to it?
Well, my biggest problem was that I didn't actually know it was 2 crypt ghouls for the longest time. I thought it was just a standard 1 crypt, just normal rush, and then it kept coming and coming and coming, and I didn't expect that at all. And then I almost thought I held it, but then I just made a few mistakes, and when I lost both my heroes at the same time, there was no coming back from them.
Was there a point where you thought, okay, I lost this one, it's time to reset and focus on Game 3?
Yeah, I was pretty annoyed after Game 2. Like, losing to mass ghouls is always so annoying. But after that, I thought if I just, survived to the late game, then I could win them.
Did you predict his play style to have that amount of gargoyles, and how did you recover from Game 2 in order to take Game 3?
We practiced a lot before this tournament, actually, so I knew pretty much all his strategies, and he does gargoyles a lot of the time, so I knew it was coming, but he did it pretty well in Game 3. He almost had me in that game.
All right, well done. Anything you'd like to say to maybe the couple people that have been watching today and all the Warcraft fans around the world that will be cheering for you this tournament?
I just say thanks for watching and keep supporting Warcraft 3.
All right, thank you so much, WarchiefRich. Congratulations once again on the victory. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to set up our next game. It's going to be Hearthstone. Stay tuned. The WCA 2015 European Pro Qualifiers continues after this.